5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fuckers! Hello, gents. Hello, everybody. How you doing out there, everyone?
You missed the mother off that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I just realised. I just thought you put fuckers. Hey, motherfuckers. Homer. How are you doing, gents? What's going on in sexy town?
Haven't you got a you've got a little jingle for James, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, haven't I? I've got some various jingles, if I can remember how the fuck I do them. Sounds, that's the one.
Sounds, that'd be the one.
Here we go. So this is for Jance. Jance is very sexy. Yeah. And we've got Homer, of course.
Homer!
Excellent.
Emma, hello!
Hello, Emma. Hello,
Good
TL.
afternoon, my friend.
Oh, we got one for TL as well. Where is it? Oh, he's such a lovely man. Oh, that was Glenn. Was that for Glenn?
Yeah, but we can have
it
that
applies
for
to yeah.
TL as well.
He is a lovely man. What can I say? Good afternoon. Very hot. Yeah. What temperature are you at over in your neck of the woods, sir?
Yeah, because TL always seems to be extremes, doesn't it? When it's cold, it's really cold. When it's hot, it's really hot.
There's no Goldilocks zone for that man.
We're moving Friday!
Hooray!
Well
Finally!
Done. I'm so glad to
and
hear
hello,
that,
Emma. Emma has actually managed to join us at a sophisticated time of the evening, rather than sneaking in at the end. Hello, my dear. So, ladies and gents, tell us what's been going on in your world. Hey? Because we want to bloody well know, don't we?
How's your week been, first of all? First of all, thumb business. How's your thumbs?
Thumb business, yeah.
Rubbish thumbs still.
Still rubbish thumbs.
Eye business?
Eye business, still shot to bits. How's your thumb business?
Actually, at the moment, it's hurting, but it's not been too bad because so I've got those albums out. So I was
bum business. How's bum business?
I run a clean shop down there, so that's a well-oiled machine.
Amazing. But yeah, so let us know, ladies and gents.
Lee's going to see the Foo Fighters this Thursday. Whereabouts is that, I wonder? Is that at Wembley, do you reckon?
Yeah, because we just had was it Download we just had?
Oh, was Download already? I thought Download was later to come.
I think it was Download's just been.
Oh.
33 degrees Celsius and very humid.
Oh, that doesn't sound nice.
Oh, it's creeping up.
Doesn't sound nice.
Yeah, it's going to get nasty. I can feel it in my bones. Right, so...
Sure TL can as well. Oh, London Stadium. London Stadium? Where is London Stadium? Well,
yeah, it was
London. Which one's London Stadium then? Is that
I don't know, actually.
Is that like formerly an O2 or whatever?
Do tell us. We are intrigued and we wish to know such things. Is my smoke machine working? Your smoke machine, sorry. Yep, that's working.
James said last weekend, I got no idea. What was that to do with? He probably
that was
typed
Download.
That in. Oh, right. Okay,
yes.
Download
Yeah, because Pantera played.
Oh, did they?
They did. Yep.
They got, what's his name, playing drums for them, haven't they?
From Anthrax.
Yeah, Ben... It's not Frank, is it?
No, is it not Joey? No, Joey's just the singer.
Joey Belladonna's the singer, and Bento...
Oh. What's the drummer's name? We're both struggling here with any form of memory.
He's such a great drummer as well.
Yeah, he does a really good job as well. And Zach Wilde on guitar.
I saw... Oh, Zach Wilde's on guitar?
Yeah.
Fuck me, that would have been good. I didn't realise that Wilde.
Nigel, that's his name.
I saw him do a thing on Drumeo where he was playing some of the Anthrax stuff and then played some of the Pantera stuff.
Oh, nice.
He's a great drummer. Still, one of my favourite songs by Anthrax is a song called Gung Ho that was on their Madhouse album.
I never listened to much Anthrax.
He's playing on that song. If anyone gets a chance to listen to it, it's
out of this world.
Otherworldly, especially for its time. It was. When was that? That must have been like mid-80s or something.
Was Slayer around the same time?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. When did Slayer
Slayer, right? Okay, helps out everyone. So Slayer
remember
must
being
have
at school and
mid '80s for Slayer.
No, I would say
Bit
it's
earlier?
a bit earlier, yeah. I would
Ah,
say, yeah.
Charlie Benetti.
Joey Belladonna. Oh, Homer, you were
That's the singer,
you
isn't
source of all information.
it? That's the singer, Joey Belladonna.
Joey Belladonna.
Is the singer, and
Yes.
then you've got Charlie.
Sounds like a pun.
Charlie
Charlie
Benetti.
Benente.
Yeah, that's the,
Rob, hello, Rob.
Rob.
Stuart's here. I'm missing Winger, the last UK gigs. Oh yeah, someone went to see them
Oh,
during the
blimey.
week. Actually, said they were brilliant. No, it wasn't during the week. It was. They told me at the weekend whether the gigs. So it must have been the week before, I think. And apparently they did a fantastic show.
Yeah.
Has the bridge fallen yet?
Has the bridge fallen yet been
Kid.
since I was a kid?
London
so
Bridge has fallen.
Ah, my fair lady.
It's been down and back up. It's actually it opens now, London Bridge.
Does it?
Well, not now. It's been opening for donkey's years.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Remember
That's
that-
Tower Bridge. London
Oh,
Bridge.
wasn't that London Bridge?
God, we're doing well, aren't we?
Oh man, I am so shit. at
This is what
everything.
happens when Simon gets a bit of sleep. His whole body just resets. But
Yeah,
when I
you're
say
right. It is Tower Bridge, isn't it? So London Bridge doesn't. No, London Bridge is quite solid, isn't it? What a fucking idiot!
oh
Right,
dear.
should we play some songs?
Yes, so
Well,
first
more to
of all,
the point,
ladies and gents,
let's fuck up some
remember,
songs.
please like the stream, subscribe, etc., etc. You know, knobbers. Hello, Matthew.
Speedy.
Spiddington. Remember, if you're on Facebook, please like the stream, follow, all that kind of good stuff. It all does wonders for us knobbers, as Matthew has correctly stated.
You great knobbers. Rachel.
Rachel! Hello, lovely. How you doing? You all right?
Lord Farquhar.
Ah,
Evening.
of course.
Neil. Hello.
Hello, Neil. Everybody's here.
Also, code name for the Queen. So yes, London Bridge fell down.
She was built like a bridge in her day. Sturdy girl, that woman. Right, shall we start with the one I picked the bass up to play, which is Harder to Breathe. Let's do that. Oh, who's that?
Anthrax were great
Andy.
live.
Hello, buddy. How you doing, mate? Mr. Overall.
Rob says Anthrax were great live. Cambridge Corn Exchange supporting Motorhead. I was only slightly deaf afterwards.
Slightly.
Rob, do you know the song Gung Ho? Does anyone know the song Gung Ho by Anthrax? It's just insane. It's good. I think that would be something you could play really well on drums. It's beyond me. But
So I'm just trying to remember how the hell.
yes, C sharp.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I'll see if I can remember the words off the top of my head.
Oh,
That'll be a
you're
laugh.
joking.
I'll see. It's been a while.
Really?
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
You are a clever bastard.
I haven't done it yet.
It's
all
about
about
the
the
Viking
Viking
conquest. Oh,
Okay.
so you know it, James. Nice one. Excellent.
Let's press record. How dare you say that my behavior's unacceptable? So condescending, unnecessary, critical. I got a tendency of getting very physical. So watch your step, cause if I do, you'll need a miracle. You dream me dry and make me wonder why I'm even here. This double vision I am seeing is finally clear. You wanna stay, but you know very well I want you gone. Not fit to fucking tread the ground that I am walking on. When it gets cold outside and you got nobody to love. Understand what I mean when I say there's no way we're gonna give up. Like a little girl cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What you are doing is screwing things up inside my head. I should know better, never listen just to what I said. Touching your pillow and writhing in and making sweat. Hoping that someday one day do you just like a dad. When it gets cold outside and you got nobody to love. Thank you, TL. Understand what I mean when I say there's no way we're gonna give up. And the little girl cries in the face of a monster that lives in a dream. Is there anyone out there? Cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. disagree. Something like that.
Well done. That's really, fucking I'm recording as well. You did, you remember lyrics so well.
Sort of.
Absolutely shit with that. Especially that song as well.
It's the bit where, is it feels it burns the paper and it is ever out of control. That's pretty much
Does
what.
it burn? Does it sting? Does it?
Yeah, it smells
learn
like a
what
thing.
I bring?
But TL, thank you for the donation, you absolutely beautiful, sexy bastard. So just for that, I think we've got to have a... what have we got? What can we have? I think for that, we deserve a bit of a... TL, get some disco fun time.
Disco, disco, keep it moving. Disco, disco, party time. Disco, disco, on the dance floor. Disco, disco, party time.
Damn right.
And hello to Carl as well. Carl said hello. Hello.
Hello, Carl. Right.
Great do feel like marching into battle while it's playing, though. Yeah, definitely, Rob. It's just such a great song. Gung Ho is a great early Anthrax tune. It does kind of make one want to march into battle, though.
So many songs like make me want to march into battle.
I would really like, we should try and do that. But honestly, the lyrics are...
I will investigate. Hello, dude. You're right, Carl. Right, so... What's that? Is it?
Something like that coming. Go home!
Go home!
Go home! Go home!
We'll do something slightly heavy so that people can feel like we're doing Anthrax, but not.
Maybe not. We could do, actually, I don't know why I'm saying we could do it. Don't need to say it. Well, we're doing this now. Anyway, carry on. Go on.
Right, so we've been a bit lax in our quizzes and fun facts and various things, so we're gonna do some shit this week.
Yeah.
So let's have some 10 fun facts, I think, Simon. So as you could see from the intro video, the subject today will be... I'll tell you in a minute.
Do a background on that.
Okay. Right, so the subject today, ladies and gentlemen, that Simon's going to educate us all with is pregnancy. Now, for those of you who can carry, for those of you who can't, for those of you who will not know the sweet feeling of a squatter sitting in your belly for 9 months, this is for you so you can learn a little bit of knowledge. Okay, here we go. So, Simon, fact number 1, what do we got?
All embryos start off female. Did you know that? Don't you think that's interesting?
I did know that. That's the only probably one I know.
Yeah, the Y chromosome only develops after kind of 6 to 7 weeks. So we all start off female.
I can dig that.
I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that many people would know that. Of course, you knew that because you're an arsehole. Right. A younger lady is more likely... the younger a lady is, the more likely she is to have a boy, statistically. So,
really?
Yeah. And the later in life you have a child, statistically, those.
Gorgeous.
Oh, man.
I thought I'm the one who's normally struggling.
Oh, dear.
Let's go for number 3.
Paul's in.
Hello, Paul.
Some scientists think pregnancy cravings could be the result of hormone changes, while others suspect diet deficiencies. But science still has not, and there's been loads of research into why women have cravings, and it's still just not known. There doesn't seem to be any biological marker or obvious reason why women have certain cravings.
Especially when they get cravings for really odd things that they've never eaten before.
There was a lady who had a craving for wood.
Yeah, or coal.
Yes, yeah.
Love a bit of coal, me, when I'm pregnant.
Yeah, when like she obviously hadn't eaten wood or coal before.
No.
And not the same lady, these are different ladies. But yeah, and they'll get cravings for really odd combinations of things.
It's so bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
For those of you ladies out there who are watching, please tell us the kind of cravings that you had. Anything peculiar? Anything a little bit weird?
Yeah, if anyone knows of other halves, etc., that had odd cravings.
Yep.
Because that is a really
Violence doesn't count as a craving, by the way. Okay.
Individuals with an XX chromosome, which carries the so SRV is the sex-dependent reproduction. Y chromosome, that's the gene for it, will develop as a male despite not having a Y chromosome but cannot produce sperm. So basically what happens is they can have XX chromosomes, so they should be a lady, but if they have a deformed SRV gene, the Y gene is the SRV gene is responsible for developing testes, so they can develop male genitalia, appendages, but they still won't be able to produce sperm.
Jan said, mine had whole grain mustard and mashed potatoes. She hated mustard up to that point.
That's really interesting, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's like, so you hate that and then suddenly you crave it. That's really weird.
Okay, number 5.
Sperm containing Y chromosomes swim faster than sperm containing X chromosomes, but they don't fast. So Y chromosomes, the sperm carrying male chromosomes will swim a lot faster than the X chromosome, but they die. They don't last. They last up to about 24 hours.
So the natural sprinters.
Yeah, so the natural sprinters. So normally, Homer said, my mum wanted filet of fish from McDonald's with chocolate spread on it.
That's grim.
That is really grim, isn't it? Again, though, but that's really interesting. Yet science can't find a reason why there's that yearning or that need for it. So the Y chromosomes will swim quicker. So, being boys, the Y chromosome got to the egg before the X chromosome, and also as well that the zygote will only let in certain sperm. It's kind of choosy in what it will let in as well. So you may have a load of Ys come up, but it will only let one sperm, which happens to be
I just now have a little vision of a little doorman sperm with his little suit on, just going, sorry mate, you're not coming in.
His name's not on the door. But it is kind of like that. And so they used to say that if women had an orgasm at conception, they were more likely to have a boy because it would kind of suck up the fastest swimmers.
I want to know how far a sperm can swim. But seriously, like, what is the distance of a sperm is able to travel ever been?
It's only going up the vagina, so it's not like.
It's not doing full marathons or anything. But
actually, it's not really going up the vagina, is it? Because you're already going deposited.
But that's what I mean. So, for example, like I'm presuming the sperm has to travel within the seminal fluid, seminal fluid. So therefore,
sorry, I don't know why I corrected that. You could say seminal.
What an arsehole.
I really am. I'm so sorry I did that. Go on, carry on.
But so say for example, your semen stretched that far. Can a sperm swim from the end that end to the other end of that distance?
Yeah. They're well lubricated. They're like what was his name? Duncan.
Duncan could.
That's it. Yeah.
The English Channel. Paul said.
TL said, boys go from Y chromosome to why not? Paul said the English Channel. Yes, absolutely. Since the 17th century, scientists have noticed a slight tilted sex ratio. So 51.9 of babies born are boys. So there's just a slight... So
it's a fairly equal spread there?
Yeah. So it's just slightly tilted.
Unless you're in China, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, that's a very different
we
situation.
won't go there.
Also, as well, in some of the I know in India and places like that as well, they in certain social circles, and not throughout, and it's the same with China as well. It's not throughout, but in certain circles, they favour a boy over a girl, which is really sad. But
it is. Okay, next one.
Right, the longest recorded pregnancy was 375
Ow,
days.
Good Lord.
When a woman gave birth 100 days after the average 280-day pregnancy. Can you imagine what that must have been like? Well, usually when women come to term, they're like, just get this out of me, like desperately. Yeah. Can you imagine what that must have been like?
Just laying in bed, just going, kill me. Kill me.
Kill me now.
Kill me. Oh, God, bugger that.
Do you reckon as well that kid stayed at home a lot longer than was expected? At 15.
Yeah.
Bitty.
Bitty. Nana bitty. For those of you who've seen Little Britain.
Studies show from September to November an increase in conception of boys and an increase March to May of girls. So there's a slight seasonal variation there.
So girls are kind of spring Springtime.
Springtime, yeah.
Copulations.
Again, the variation, the statistically that is not massive. It's not like, but it is noticeable. There's a slight difference in it.
Okay, number 9.
Your baby starts crying when still in the womb. Studies have found that babies start to cry without sound, so in the amniotic fluid.
Like some cats. When cats just go at you.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen a silent... Matt, if you're still watching, or anyone out there, have you had a pet cat that is a silent meower, so it just looks at you and goes...
Do you know cats? They don't normally, like feral cats, won't mew or communicate with. They'll hiss at each other when they're having a fight and stuff, but they don't meow. So they believe it's something that cats have developed because of humankind to attract.
To say, oi!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they become vocal and they which is interesting. So it's as early as 28 weeks. It's thought that this is a practice for what your baby's primary mode of communication would be when they're born, because they can't do anything else.
Rachel said, I had an aversion to tap water, couldn't stand the stuff, and would only drink sparkling water. Oh, somebody's doing well. Plus, I had to have spinach with everything.
Oh, wow. So how long did that last for? Because that can sometimes be through parts of the pregnancy rather than the whole pregnancy. I'd be really interested how long that lasted for, Rachel.
Okay, number 10.
10. By age 30, a woman's chance of conceiving reduces to 20%. That's amazing, don't you think?
Wow, that's a massive drop.
So you are most fertile between kind of, not you, but between, I think, 15 and 23, and then it starts to drop off after that. But by 30, you're down to 20%.
God.
That really is quite amazing. From the second trimester onwards.
That's crazy shit.
My cat brought in a squirrel today. Today, it's only 9 months old. I'll bet I
Get Jack Russell next.
How many people have seen a red squirrel? Have you ever seen a red squirrel?
I don't think I have.
I don't think I've ever seen it other than...
Pesky Grey's coming over here, stealing our jobs and welfare and our squirrels.
Eating our trees.
Yeah.
Who they think they are. Yeah. So, did you know, as well, if you catch a squirrel...
This is not going to be by its toe if it hollers, let it go, is
No.
it? Okay.
No. By law, if you catch a grey squirrel in this country, you have to dispatch of it. By law, that is.
Oh, I heard something about that.
Yeah, probably because I've told you this before. So,
No, I don't think it was actually you.
yeah, it probably was. So by law, you have to dispatch. They don't tell you by law how you should dispatch of it, but you have to dispatch it, which basically means kill it. Because it's considered a feral pest and encroaches, does a lot of damage to nature, whereas red squirrels are protected. Yeah.
Poor buggers.
So did you kill it, James?
Yeah, did you? And I think, by the way, we do. There was a couple of Pinto facts in there, so I think we need a... Yes, we do.
Pinto fact.
I like that picture of you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep,
my dad.
that's Jim. Sorry.
My dad was a pest man.
Well, did you just keep going up to people and going?
It has to be humanely dispatched, but how do you do that? There's no definition really of what's humanely dispatched. So, for instance, what's considered humanely dispatched for rats is that they give it a rodenticide, I think is the poison that they give it, which is basically an anticoagulant, and it's time delivered, so that rats don't know that when they eat something or they take that they know that that's the cause of it. And then basically, as an anticoagulant, it stops it thins out their blood, and they basically bleed out and die. And that's what's considered. But But then, what do you do? Rodents.
I know.
Rats and rodents and grey squirrels are considered a rodent as well. Are considered real pests to health and also to wildlife as well. So.
Emma says, one of my cats who is a Bengal cross tabby tuxedo mimics squirrels barking. She's a little weirdo.
That's a Bengal cross tabby tuxedo. That's some...
That's a hell of a mix there.
Yeah, that's some qualification. The look of absolute disgust when my wife was told she was, quote, having a geriatric pregnancy. I know, that's what they call it. It's just so...
Them's fighting words, them is. Oh, dear.
Warfarin is a poison used for rats, Rachel says. Get a decently enough trap and it won't have a
Fucking clue.
Yeah.
I'd rather that than just a quick
and
gone than that, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
But
okay.
did you know as well, there's no law covering... I was listening to an expert on rat dispatching recently, and
As you do.
and there's no law about, or there's no kind of oversight in how any rat traps or rat poisons or anything are put together. So they could be done, but literally you could make something up in your shed, go and sell it, and there's no law against you doing that.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why sometimes rat traps and whatever else aren't very good. And also when people try and humanely do it, they've got, I didn't know this, and I found this really interesting. They've got live traps, so it's like a door that the rat goes in, and then it's just held there until you pull it out.
Yeah,
and dispatch
humane
it.
traps.
Yeah, so people go and they drop it off in, say, the woods or something like that, thinking that they're saving it. But apparently rats are very territorial, so if there's already rats there, they'll kill that rat. And also as well, your rats will set up where they feel that they've got a good source of food. So if you go and just drop it off anywhere, if there's not a really good source of food, they will literally starve to death, and there's lots of other predators as well that they will be open to.
Paul just said, what about rolling rat fans?
Squirrels are usually shot. Yeah, that's true. But then the other day, when you had a flea in here, you were going to kill it.
It wasn't a flea.
It was.
That was a flying thing.
Yeah, you said it was a mosquito, didn't you?
Yeah, that's not a flea.
Well, okay, right. Sorry, I misdescribed it. It was a mosquito, but you were going to kill it.
I know, I'm a hypocrite.
No. But so why do you feel the difference? Because you feel that's a pest, but not a squirrel or a rodent.
Probably because it's got hair and it's fluffy and it looks at you
Isn't
with those
that,
little
but
eyes.
that's such a human thing.
Yeah.
Anything that's fluffy, we instantly take a great
Well,
love
things
to.
that want to come and suck my blood and give me loads of lumps can fucking die.
Rachel said, trapped in a live trap, then shot. Yeah.
Yep. Neil said, I was concerned I had mice or rats in the garden, so I bought a trap. So far, I caught just one. I read, for some reason, because my eyes are shit, so I read so far I caught just one onion.
Maybe you did catch a
Not
travelling
feeling
onion.
great about that. Yeah. Life sucks. So,
Right. Shall we play
let's do a song. Right, I know one. Let's do something heavy.
Thank you for telling us about your rat stories as well, everybody. It's really interesting.
I haven't sung this one since we did it except the will to be. Now they see what will be, blinded eyes to see. For whom the bell tolls, time marches on. For whom the bell tolls. Perfect ending. Said he. Right. Chatty time?
Yeah.
Let's do chatty time. We might not get time to do the quiz, I think, at this rate. Thank you.
Oh, right in my face.
But we'll do the quiz next week. There we go. Right. Debate time. Now, this is quite an interesting one, I feel. So let's find out what it is, shall we?
I sound like that when I'm on the phone to you.
Pinto fact.
That must be a Pinto fact then.
There you go. Have a sneaky Pinto fact in there while you're at it.
I sound like that when I'm on the phone to you.
He does. Okay. So, I like our little TV.
That's very good.
It's funky, isn't it? Right, so the chat subject is, ladies and gentlemen, AI relationships. Okay. Are you ready, Samo?
Yeah.
Let's do it then. Here we go. Okay, so what sparked this? I was listening to a podcast about a guy who is having basically a relationship with an AI chatbot. And I'm sure the first thing that anyone hears when they hear something like that, they're like, oh my God, really? But this guy, he was going through a really, really sad story. His father had, I think it was late stage cancer, and he was being the carer in his final days. His wife's mum had dementia as well, so she had to go and live over there, look after the mum. So they were sort of apart a lot. And he really felt he needed support. There were times where he was just really, really struggling. So he thought he'd create basically an AI chatbot. I can't remember the name of the company, but you can create your own bot and everything. And to him, it was a massive source of comfort. No matter what time of night, he could just go on, speak to this chatbot, and it would comfort him. It would reassure him. It was always willing to listen. And to him, he felt that without that support, he would have just crumbled. And it made me think, is it healthy to have an AI relationship? Can it be beneficial? Is it one of those things that you feel we're getting further and further away than about having human contact and interacting with real people? What are your thoughts?
So I was reading something about this, I think it was last year. I think I sent you a link to it. And there's a Japanese company where they do they do an AI chatbot, and I think there's by now there must be a few more companies, but one of the companies they had their app you could buy from, I think it was like the Apple Store, or the App Store and stuff like that. They did it for both iPhone and for Android.
As long as AI pays half on it.
And what was really interesting about that was that these are people. So a lot of people were. This was a journalist that was reporting back on this, the piece that I was reading. And they had heard about it, and other people that had been using it, and so they started to use it just to see her. And so on one side, the journalist, I think she was a female lady. She was a female journalist, and she was saying that so she was looking at it more from kind of a third person kind of interaction rather than actually kind of needing it. But so the AI, the one that she was involved in, very much it agreed with everything that she said. It added, and I think at the time she was looking into. There's a lot of men where they're not. What are they called?
Incels.
That's it, incels.
Yeah.
And they were using these kind of chatbots to have kind of relationships.
Yeah.
And kind of it was kind of spurring into kind of a romantic relationship. And they were. The chatbot really was just pretty much agreeing with everything they said, was adding kind of just embellishing on what they were saying to it and kind of sending that back to them as a confirmation thing. So she didn't find it like highly intelligent. And again, this is the middle of last year that she did her piece on it, which was a really good piece. But the other thing she said was, when you feel that you're cut off, and when you feel that you don't have people to talk to or to share your frustrations or your problems with, that it was actually it could have a great sense of use. And she was thinking, especially for say older people where their families have gone off and they're kind of that they live more of a kind of
a reclusive life,
more of a hobo kind of lifestyle where they're just at home on their own. You know, the only time they ever get social contact is going out shopping or something like that. And she was saying something like this could be really useful and helpful to them, as giving them a form of contact, giving them a form of affection, of caring, and someone to have a conversation with, to keep their minds sparked and stuff like that.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know how important, because again, I think we have all stereotypes, don't we? And we all put our kind of our social construction hats on when it comes to what we think is right and wrong and what's real and what isn't. But is there a right and wrong when it comes to how we get our stimulation and interaction, whether it's AI, whether it's people, whether it's... Because I suppose we're all only here for a certain amount of time. And if something aids you to get on in life and helps you in certain moments...
So this is I think is kind of more the crux of it. So there's definite benefits to it in keeping...
Paul just said... It's like that movie
with Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix almost predicted the future. It came out in 2013. A film about. I haven't seen that actually.
I can't remember what film that would be.
Have to check it out.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, he was Commodus in.
No, I know who Joaquin Phoenix is. I'm just trying to think. I know I've seen a load of his films, but
yeah, I don't think I've seen that one
where he was dealing with AI. I don't remember.
Well, you have to look at it. And watch it.
So that's really interesting. Is that it can give people that don't have company, that need a conversation or need some company, a source of company. It was called Her. Oh, I see. Sorry, dude. I misunderstood what you wrote there. But the other side of it at the moment is that, so for instance, there was a story this morning about McDonald's had to pull their AI. They had like an AI assistant that was helping people, and it ordered up, I think it was a bacon milkshake and fries or something for somebody. So there's Lee says, my opinion is that AI girlfriends could lead to dependency on it, leading to shunning the outside world. Oh, Homer said it was with Scarlett Johansson as Her.
Ah, okay.
That does seem to ring a bell. Yeah. Thank you, Homer, and also Paul. I think I completely agree with Lee. That's kind of that article that I was reading last year. That's kind of what it was saying, is that these incels, it made them kind of feel quite confident in that situation, because this AI girlfriend was kind of confirming those things.
I think there's going to be, apparently, I can't remember if it was a friend of mine sent me a little thing, a news article, and it was about basically the next generation of sex bots, and it's either in China or Japan, probably Japan, but built-in AI. Yeah, I think they can speech, everything. So people are going to, probably not too far in the future.
But you see, so if you think about that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Go on. Sorry, carry on.
No, I think
not too far in the future.
that I think you are going to have people who, I know you've got people now who have had relationships with the sex bots that we have now, even in their sort of primitive form. Once you start getting AI in there, and I think you are going to get a certain amount of people, not necessarily a big amount, but who will go into that area because if they haven't got much confidence, if maybe, you know, because the dating world, especially if you're not experienced in it, is terrifying for a lot of people. A lot of people still see, men and women still see each other as literally an entirely different species, and they don't know how to properly interact. And especially the way, you know, society is polarized at the moment, and there's a lot of the things that people thought were okay to do are now being told, no, you can't do that. And everyone seems to be willing to jump down everybody's throats at every little misdemeanor. I think people are finding solace in something that's safer, where they feel that they can get a certain element of what they want without putting a foot wrong.
But is that a bonus or is that a problem, though? I see that as possibly a potential problem. Yeah. And also as well, there's a lot of surveys and studies coming out at the moment saying that the tail end of millennials... would you come under a millennial, would you say?
What is a millennial?
A millennial, I think, that starts at 83.
No, I'm 80.
All right, so you'd be before. You're pre-millennial.
I'm old fuck territory, me.
So the tail end of millennials and then Gen Z are having relationships a lot later. They're also, as well, far more absorbed and contained within social media, and are the dating structure, the whole sex structure, as previous generations have known it, has changed vastly for you know, kids hitting their puberty or in their early 20s and stuff. So that whole change has been massively different, and also and technology and social media has had just such a huge and massive effect on it that it's changed things so much. And that kind of promise that in the 80s, you know, the idea of kind of you'll be able to do everything with computers, you know, and of course the first thing that sprung to mind is, oh, can we have sex with, you know, basically just to have sex on our own, where you don't have to, you know, where there's no strings attached, or there's no problems, or there's no any extra baggage, say for instance. That ideal seemed appealing at that time. Now that's become a real reality, and also as well that people's worlds have changed very much. Although that their world has got a lot bigger because you can instantly know what's happening on the other side of the world, whereas you didn't in many generations before. People's actual social realm has been transferred to where it used to be a case of people hanging out to do stuff like gamers. They'll hang out virtually, you know, and that has changed things massively as well. And so that there's a lot of studies saying that Gen Zs are finding social interaction very, very troublesome, very, very problematic.
We talked about this before, didn't we, when we were talking about COVID? And I was kind of sort of reassured by the attitudes during COVID, because it showed that people missed going out. And
which people?
Yeah, exactly. So I guess people who were used to having... But is it one of those things that even the people who were quite reclusive and don't have that much interaction, when you're told you can't go out...
So I think that's very much in human nature. When you're told you can't have anything,
then
that's when
it.
You want it. But from my personal experience, again, this is just anecdotal. Although actually, I did read some research that kind of does support it. People that were quite social, they really felt the pressure and the trouble of it. People that were fairly happy just being on their own or didn't have such a big social interaction didn't miss it and actually loved that whole period
that's
of
interesting,
it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how is it for you? Because you're kind of, I think, on me, I'm not a hugely social person, and I
straddle
loved
both
it.
worlds.
Yeah, you straddle all genres. So, how did you find that?
I was quite happy. I mean, again, I can spend so much time on my own and be completely happy. But then when I go out and spend time with friends...
That's not what I was asking,
No,
though.
I didn't...
At that point, did you miss the social interaction, or were you thinking,
No.
actually, I quite like this?
No, I didn't really. Didn't miss it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I quite liked it being that, you know, I was just at home doing my shit.
I think, though, I tell you what, the only time where I've ever felt... I think because even though, like, for example... I still managed to do like the live stream, didn't we? We had the partition and all that kind of stuff. So there was still interaction. The only time I've ever been completely isolated, I really didn't like it. And that was, I went to Scotland on my own and just went off into the mountains, basically.
All right.
And I was just camping on my own, you know, no signal anywhere. And I really felt that where I had nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
And it hit me then. I was like, I don't like this.
That's really interesting. That really is.
So, yeah, I don't think I'd like to have no contact with human
Paul
beings.
says there, I hated it when I set up Rock Family to help me cope. I remember you saying about
Yeah,
this,
that
Paul,
was really good. That really helps a
who
lot of
live
people.
for live music, yeah. I was... but then there's been lots of periods in my life where, like, I've just been on my own for... like, you know, a good week at a time or something, just gigs at the weekend, or if I haven't had gigs at the weekend, a few weeks where I've just been on my own, and I'm as happy as Larry.
Would you, because obviously you live with someone, I live with my family, my partner, do you think if they weren't there and you just lived completely on your own, completely isolated?
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. I've been like that.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
completely.
Yeah. So, I mean, Missy and I share a house, but we don't kind of, like, live. So she's doing her thing, I'm doing my thing. And then, like, I see her when she's working for me. So, so I spend vast amounts of time on my own. But then there's been times when I've just been on my own. Yeah. No one else in the house for weeks, or you know, a lot longer than that. And like, I'm not, you know, like, kind of at gigs, you know, but like, you kind of see. You get that sometimes when you'll see an old person who's out shopping and they'll want to chat because they've been cut off from speaking to people. But I've never had that feeling. Yeah.
So even after weeks on his own, ladies and gentlemen, he just goes out to gigs and he looks at everyone and goes, "Fuck off, leave me alone."
But that again, you know, there's good research to say that the people that have a big social circle really felt cut off from having that. Yeah. Other people that didn't have a big social circle, they didn't really miss anything.
People are more insular and used to their own company.
Kind of, but there was a portion of people, again, because they were told they couldn't do it, felt the need to have it. You know,
so I think that's probably going to transfer over to when it comes to AI relationship, or, you know, artificial partners, or whatever you want to call them. I think those kind of people who can say, well, I can get my kicks and I can get whatever level of interaction I want from this. You know.
What I think is the interesting thing is just the problems being experienced by AI at the moment. That's the interesting thing, really. So people are people, and they'll have their needs and they'll have their wants and whatever. It's how AI interacts with that. So like what's happening at the moment is where it's kind of just confirming or just repeating back to you really the kind of things you express to it, as opposed to, say, another human living person who will have a broader look or have their own strong opinions, or maybe not strong opinions, or whatever the case is. That is something that is interesting, because AI at the moment, we're seeing that it just shooting like that, you know, a bacon milkshake, and it doesn't realise that there's wrong.
Anyone fancy a bacon milkshake?
Or where you've done like the AI pictures, and it's, you know, done half tortoise, half rabbit, and stuff like that, and doesn't understand the concept or the construct as we do. Now that will obviously improve and change, or, you know, metamorphosize over time.
But the question is, would you, with the level of AI at the moment and the kind of things it does,
exactly,
would you trust that to play with, put your willy in its mouth? No, you probably wouldn't.
You have to go there. But just say
that someone's going to.
But just say if you had a child, say 7 or 8, and they were quite a loner, or you were homeschooling them or something like that, and they had an AI compadre to share time experience and stuff like that, you could be worried that what's that child going to be influenced? What's the AI going to say? You know, oh, if you're talking about history, I hear this Hitler's a great bloke, you know, or whatever. You know, starts talking strange ideology or something like that.
If you're thinking about what could assist periods of isolation like COVID, streams with a couple of blokes chatting, dribble and fudging their way through some music, maybe better than a computer program.
I love that, fudging their way through some music.
God, there has never been a description more apt.
We should change it from bumfoolery to fudging away.
Fudging away. That's something completely different. What were you doing at the weekend? Fudging away.
Just fudging
Having
my
a
way
right
through some
old
music.
fudge away I was.
Couldn't agree more, Neil. Yeah, no, that's interesting, though.
Right. Yeah, our 5 minute our 5 minute time limit doesn't work, does it? No. Okay, Simon is going to jump on drums, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! Right, let's hope everything still works. That's loud.
Isn't it?
Yeah, let's turn that down. I will tweak as we go.
There's a lot of reverb on that, isn't there? Is that on the...
I think that's on the actual...
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to turn my reverb back on. There he is. Yep, that all seems to be working. We'll tweak it as we go. Okay, everyone. So we are going to do a song by Mika called Grace Kelly. I'm going to see if I can remember the words for this off the top of my head as well. Are you ready, Simon?
I want to talk to you.
Last time we talked, Mr. Smith, you reduced me to tears and promised it won't happen again.
Do I attract you? Do I repulse you with my greasy smile? Am I too dirty? Am I too flirty? Do I like what you like? I could be wholesome, I could be lonesome, just a little bit shy. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me without making me cry? I like to be like Grace Kelly, but all the looks were too sad. So I tried a little Freddie. I've got identity mind. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be apple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be anything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you walk out the door? How can I help it? How can I help it? How can I help what you think? Hello my baby, putting my life on the brink. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you like yourself? Should've bent over, should've looked over, would it be put on your shelf? I like to be like Grace Kelly, but all the looks were too sad. So I tried a little Freddie. I've got identity. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be apple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be anything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you walk out the door? Say what you want to satisfy yourself, but you only want what everybody else says you should want. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be apple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be mean, gotta be green, gotta be anything more. Why don't you like it? Why don't you like me? Why don't you walk out the door? I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be apple, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be anything more. Why don't you like Terrors. Do you want to stay there for another one? Yes! Yes! Okay. I tell you can play drums on that, the one that had a horrendous backing track, so we can actually hear what it sounds like properly. Tell you what, actually I know the bass to this. Let's play both play. Right. Let's do something clunky. Let's do something punky even.
If my mic's in the way, just smash it with your bass, yeah?
Yep, why not? Why not? Why not just twat it one? Okay. Okay, so we're going to squeeze one more song in, ladies and gents. Are you ready, Simon?
Yep.
Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, hang on. Stay there, Simon. Stay there. Stay there. One more for you.
I dropped a stick.
No! Everlong?
I've lost it as well.
Oh, shit. I'm going to try and remember this one as we're playing as well. Oh, have you managed to lose a stick in this room this small?
I have no idea. I launched it somewhere.
Okay. Are you ready, Simon?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can't remember it. Slow down and waste away with me. Down with me. Slow down, you wanted it to be. Out of the rain, out of the head, she sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, if everyone could ever do this with forever, if everything could ever be this good again, the only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say when. See, sing. Breathe out so I could breathe you in. Hold you in. Slow down, you know it's always been. Out of the rain, out of the head, she sang. And I wonder, when I sing along with you, if everything could ever build this way forever, if everything could ever be this good again, the only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say when. She sang. Fine drumming, sir. You still can't find it, can you? Oh, I got it. And I wonder if everything could ever build its real forever. If everything could ever be this good again, the only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say when. Fine drumming, sir. Excellent work. That'll blow the cobwebs out.
Oh man, that was good fun. I overplayed so much.
Some cracking double bass work in there. Ah, right. Have you broken a sweat?
Oh god.
That wasn't bad. One bum note. One bum note.
You did very well.
I'm happy with that. All right, ladies and gents, thank you so much. We're just going to do our little thank yous now. So, thank you to Carl for liking the stream. TL, thank you so much for the donation. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Andy, Rachel, Rob, and Lee. Thank you all for liking the stream. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been a pleasure, as always. Anthrax next week.
Yay!
Might need a bit more than a week. But I will listen to it and start absorbing it by osmosis. Simon, what have you got this weekend?
I actually know what gigs I'm doing this weekend. I'm with Sons of Southpaw, I think, on the Friday.
Cool.
At the Treacle Mine. I don't know where that is.
No, I think I've played it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm sure I've done it before, but I can't remember what it's like. So, and then I'm on drums with Beggar on Saturday.
And where's that?
Actually, it's interesting. They haven't played there apparently before, but I was looking up the place. What was it called? Somewhere in Hereford.
Bit of a trek.
doesn't make any sense, does it? I think it's kind of Hertfordshire way.
Okay.
Hereford. It's
Hereford.
Anyway,
When is the Alice in Chains tribute stream? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've got to think about that, haven't we?
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We could do Bones, because I love that song. We can do Man in the Box.
Yeah.
Do you like Rooster? I can't stand that song, but you like it. don't you?
It's okay. What's the one, the really good... What's on the wall when you get hit and
Oh, that's the one I was telling you about. Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to that the other day. Great tune.
It's just the best song in the world.
That's it.
On the wall.
Yeah. One of you must drum alone to Nutshell. Oh, is Nutshell the one that's like... No, is it No Excuses? That's the one like... Yeah, no, that's No Excuses.
Is it? And then I don't know what Nutshell is.
Or even Caught in
a Mosh. That's
okay,
Anthrax.
I tell you what. We will send us your songs. So we've got an hour. Send us the ones that you rate the most. So just for those of you who want to see an Alice in Chains stream, list down after this chat and I will check it. No, it's because it's split between YouTube and Facebook. Right, go onto Facebook for this stream. Just in the comments, put the Alice in Chains song you would like to hear, and we will set a date once we've got a list down.
And we can also do some. So Caught in a Mosh would be good, and also I Am the Law, Madhouse. I'd really like to.
That's not Alice in Chains. Is that Anthrax?
Yeah, that's Anthrax.
So we've got
Madhouse.
to do an Anthrax stream as well, have we?
I don't know how popular that will be, but we could do a few songs by Anthrax.
Okay.
Trapped in this nightmare, I wish I could.
Okay, so that's what you need to do. Go onto Facebook and put in the comments for this stream the songs you would like to hear by Alice in Chains, and we will set a date. It might be like a month or so from now, something like that, maybe 2 months, but we will definitely get it done.
We've also got to do TL song as well. So.
Yes, yeah, we've got to book some studio time. Things didn't go quite to plan.
We've had to cancel twice so far.
Yes, we have.
Yeah,
so we will get TL song done, and also, because I've got to record that other stuff with you as well. All right, everyone, take care. Much love.
Where are you this weekend?
I'm actually playing a wedding at the Arts Centre in Colchester.
Oh well.
Yeah, so I get to be
nice.
Get to be on the big stage in the church. So it's going to be fun.
Ooh. Is that with Recovered or somebody else?
Yeah, Recovered.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, playing wedding, big styly. All right, everyone, take care. Mwah. See you soon.